Ahoy and welcome back to 30 something. This week's book review is nautical themed, thus I am donning my Pizza Express uniform and we'll be diving deeper into the book. But before we do, I want to talk to you about our fictional sponsor of the week, which is 100 Acre Honey. And this is a CBD oil that is terrific for joint pains, sleep and a myriad of other benefits. Their head honey master, Winston Pooh, more colloquially known as Winnie the Pooh, has put years into his practice to make this honey super beneficial to its consumers. So please check out their website at 100 Acre Honey. Cool. All right, so let's get to the book review. Okay, so this week's book is one that you'll know, mainly because you've just seen what the thumbnail to the video is, but it is nothing other than Baby Shark. Now, Baby Shark, that song that has ruined our lives. If you have a newborn and you haven't played that song yet, wait until they're a teenager because it will just stick in your head. So this is the book that we're reading. It's called Meet Baby Shark, so I think it's an introduction into Baby Shark, even though if I would say Baby Shark needs no introduction. Now right here, you can see there's some teeth marks. Now this isn't a special effect from the publisher. This is my child that has chewed the edges of this front cover. It may mean that I'm not feeding her enough. It may mean that she's a little monster. But let's talk about Baby Shark. Now, as we always go into the book reviews, there's sometimes a bit of a darker past or more of a warning about the book. And in this book, I will be giving some very interesting insight into some of the warnings that Baby Shark has. So let's start off. So, firstly, everything seems to be great. It is inspiring. Mummy Shark has no limits to what she can do. She always listens to Baby Shark and shares a special bond with him. Sounds like terrific parenting. And then when we talk about Daddy Shark is a strong and mighty hunter. Let's just take a pause. That hunter is going to come in later on and is actually a little bit more daunting than we think when you read this book. More than just a father, he also plays with Baby Shark like a friend. What an excellent dad. Dad of the year in my book. And look here, they're making cupcakes and baking under the sea. Quite middle class. Then we meet the rest of the family. We have Grandma Shark, and she is here playing on a piano. Not many people know that, but Grandma Shark is actually an 8th grade pianist. And then everybody else is playing. Dad's on the trumpet and Mum's on the clarinet. Then we see Grandpa. He's on the guitar. A real modern day Jonas Brothers type of family. Now when we look at this particular scene, you'll notice they're having a picnic. Grandma's clearly been to Waitrose or Sprouts, Whole Foods, depending on the country that you're watching this from. So again, living up to that middle class. They've clearly got some money. I wouldn't buy warm bread from Whole Foods. I don't want to remortgage my house again. Now, you have to think, these are sharks. They're not in our society. We don't see them in the offices. They're under the ocean. Well, they're not under the ocean, they're in the ocean. So how are they getting all this money? Now, at first I thought they might have bought into Bitcoin early, but that's not it. I did a little bit of research. Now, that horrendous song that is ingrained in all of our minds, almost like propaganda, has had 1 billion views. 1 billion. And their site or their channel has 59 million subscribers. That 1 billion has given the Baby Shark family approximately $5 to $10 million. That's why they have a grand piano under the ocean and live in a shipwreck. But it gets a little bit more dangerous in terms of what the real aspirations to this family are. They've taken over Spotify and music. They've taken over Netflix with Pink From. We also know that Baby Shark can breathe outside of the ocean, even though he has gills. He's traveled to space. He has multiple adventures. Now, I gave the Father of the Year award not too long ago to Baby Shark's dad, but who is letting their child go into space or on these adventures on their own? He's a baby, for God's sake. So I'll bring that award back. So let's have a look at this. We have an incredibly wealthy family. They have space flight somehow. They can breathe outside of the ocean. And also, They are flooded social media and music channels with their propaganda that just talks about themselves repeatedly. Potential narcissists, you might ask. And I'd agree. But where it gets a little bit more sinister is the activities that they talk about all the time, and nobody has addressed this within Western civilization. Let's go hunt, do. This family hunts a lot, even more so than these guys. And is that not a little bit worrying? In my opinion, this family could be more dangerous than ISIS. So if I ever see sharks jumping out of water, I'm not going to be befriending them. And these poor little bastards that are supposed to be the friends, William is Baby Shark's best friend. This little fucker gets chased and hunted all the time. Look, back again here. Baby Shark's on the beach with a fox, a pink fox, surfing. And then his parents are hunting after William. Now the equivalent would be if you had the predators down at number 29 inviting you over for dinner. Seem lovely people at first, and then after you play a game of Risk, let's go outside and grill. And then you see lasers on you. That is all they are. They are predators, and they cannot be trusted. So, Baby Shark, an intro to Baby Shark. Little bit of a lesson here. Don't trust sharks that can breathe outside of water and space travel. Okay, so this week's book of the week is Dada. Another favourite dad book that encourages kids to say Dada as their first word. It's written by Jimmy Fallon. Now, if this didn't have Jimmy Fallon's name on, I don't actually know if it'd sell as well. It is relatively short, which I love when it comes to bedtime. There are animals, which our children love, but it's very basic. Now, even I got through this in about 10 seconds. The pictures are crudely drawn. It says Dada on most pages. Now, I see there's a huge amount of extension strategy for Jimmy Fallon here. You know, he's gone through maybe 10 animals here. And none of them like dangerous predators like we read in Baby Shark. They're all just family animals. Mice, donkeys, horses, pigs. Terrific. Now the great thing about this book and Dada is that Jimmy Fallon, I think, put $1 million to a certain amount of books that he sold that goes to buying kids who can't afford books or families that can't afford books. So if you do decide to buy this book, it does have a good end result as well, regardless of the crude drawings and the limited vocabulary. Alright, thanks again for joining us. The links are below for the books if you want to try them out. Like I said with the first one, up to you. It's a lesson about sharks and their true intentions. We'll be back next week with another book. We'll see you then.